Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. I'm an independence demonstrator out of Denver, Colorado. And as I promised last week, I'll show you what we did at my shoebox swap. Now, first of all, I gave away my sample card, and so I'm going to quickly make my card. Now, if you go back to my other videos, or if you watch me on YouTube or here on Facebook, you saw that when I showed you, I did another another shoebox swap, sorry, and I made everybody a cute little Santa box like this that was filled with caramels. So you could go back to that video and see my other shoebox swap and what cards we made there. But I'll show you what we did at the shoebox the day before yesterday. There's a few more participants in there, and I'll show you how I made the card. Now, I cased the card from a something I saw on either Pinterest or YouTube, and I apologize now, I don't know who the demonstrator was that I cased it from. If it was you, be sure and give a shout out so we can thank you for a great card. And it might have even been two demonstrators that I kind of combined the cards together. Sometimes I do that when I'm casing. And when I say case, all I mean is copy and share everything. So we take each other's ideas and we make them. So as a demonstrator. So that's what casing means. There you go. So let's go ahead and make the card real quick. Like I said, I don't have a sample, but I will show you in my shoebox swap, which what you do is you bring everything in a box or in a case or something to make your card, and then everybody makes each other's cards. So everything should be in my box, fingers crossed. I should have all my stamps mounted and ready to go. But let me show you, we're going to use this Peaceful Deer stamp set here, and the punch that coordinates with it right here, and this punch. And then we're also going to use the double oval punch, one of my favorites, love that one. And we're going to just use, well, in fact, I'm going to use this Happy Birthday from the Peaceful Moments dice. I don't need any, or Peaceful Moments stamp set. I don't need any more Christmas cards, so I'm going to turn this one into a birthday. But you could also fit this Wishing You a Wonderful Year and Friendship Deer fits in that oval punch, or this Sending Love and Peace This Season, that also fits in that oval punch. So there's lots of options with the stamp set. Okay, put our envelope away, we won't need that. We just have a basic card base. This is Early Espresso. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So just like that. Let's do our stamping first. Now here's all of our pieces. We're going to use this piece here for the inside, so we'll need that to stamp on. I'm going to bring in a foam mat. Now this is from my Stamparatus, but I'm going to stamp on a foam mat since we're using photopolymer stamps. And from that Peaceful Deer, we have the little deer laying down, and we should have, in my box of tricks here, a tree. Yeah, we'll need that one. And then, like I said, I'm going to use that Happy Birthday from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. And here's our ink colors. I'm going to use Soft Succulent and some Early Espresso. Soft Succulent's just in the Designer Series paper and coordinates with what we're doing. So we need a scrap of white for our greeting. Let's go ahead and stamp. So we'll start first with that Soft Succulent green, and I'm going to just stamp a tree. Like I think I said that this is the inside of our card. I'm going to just take it down here in the corner, and I'm going to just stamp. Now, when you're using the clear or photopolymer stamps, you see they don't have that foam. See how the red rubber has like this foam backing here? Photopolymer doesn't have that foam, so that's why I use the foam mat. And then you, especially with the solid stamp like this, you get a much better image when you have the foam under the stamp. There, look how pretty. Nice job, Kat. Thanks. Okay, we're all done with the tree and with the Soft Succulent. Let's bring out that Early Espresso, and I'm going to stamp that little deer just here by the tree. I might get my head in the camera. I want to make sure he's straight. Put him down right there. Cute, right? Okay, then I don't need the foam mat because this one has the foam right on the stamp, and I'm going to just ink this up good. And you notice when I ink, sometimes we only stamp right here in the middle, then the middle of your ink pad gets dry, so I try to tap all around. I don't know if I do that every time, but would it be smart if I did? Ha! And then I'm going to set that down on my paper, let that ink sink in. Here we go, and I have my happy birthday. Believe it or not, that's all the stamping. When you do a shoebox swap like this, you want to kind of make your card simple and quick. So, because we got 13 cards, we had 13 cards yesterday. I'm going to line it up in my punch so it looks good right there, and go ahead and punch that out. While I have my punch right here, I'm also going to bring in a scrap of soft succulent, and I'm going to punch that top oval. And I wouldn't call it scalloped, because to me scalloped edges are more round, but that starburst punch, whatever that is, we're going to put that or stamp that in the soft succulent. While we're punching though, I have a little scrap here of that early espresso, and I'm going to take that deer punch here, deer builder punch it might be, and I'm going to just punch out, make sure I get all of it there, a little set of antlers. See how I just put the strip of paper, and I think it's all in there. We'll see if we get the full antler. And there, now I have my 2 antlers right here. There, now we have all of our punching done. So then in advance, I took a piece of crumb cake and I stamped it with some early espresso ink. Now this is another deer. This is the one that coordinates with the punch, and this is another deer. Then this is the little deer that we punched on the inside. I just took my brother's scan and cut, and I had that machine cut out a bunch of deer so everybody had enough deer. Like I said, I stamped him an early espresso. And then I did make sure I brought my crumb cake, same color as the cardstock, stamp and blend, so we could do just a little bit of highlighting on our deer. So I'm going to just take, and this is the light, let's see how this looks, but I'm going to just put a little bit under her chin here, and a little bit like where it would be shadowed a little bit, maybe down the leg here. Just give her tiny bit of shadowing, maybe a little here on her tummy, so she's not just a brown deer with no color or anything. I think I'm going to just leave her just like that. Like I said, just a little bit of highlighting on there. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. So the last thing that we need in our shoebox swap, and let me see if I can find them here, maybe they're in there, is we need some mini dimensionals, which were in my box. And where did I put them? Huh. Let's see. Oh, yep, here they are, way at the edge. Mini dimensionals. So on the back of this piece, and I'm going to make sure, look at my embossing, this way it's embossed up, so I want this to be the back. I'm going to just add, first of all, a mini dimensional to each corner, which you could use a standard dimensional there, but since we're going with the mini, we might as well just carry on. And then I'm going to put mini dimensionals just here and there. I want this piece popped up. And I'm going to avoid too low down here because I'm going to tuck my deer in there, and I want to be able to tuck him after I lay my cardstock down. So I'm going to just avoid, and I think it's this corner. No, it's this side. I'm going to avoid this tree at the bottom right here. I could put one over here. In fact, I'm going to put one right there. But I'm going to just tuck these dimensionals or stick these dimensionals on the bigger parts of the trees so you can't see them. And I think that looks good. Maybe one more right here. I just want to make sure that it gets some stability. Now the bad thing about this part is now you got to take all those little dimensional backs off. And this one, look, it's a stylus, not a pokey tool. So, oh, maybe I don't have a, I don't have the regular. Oh well. Sometimes it's faster when you use your pokey tool to take off the dimensionals, but my take a pick tool that has the pokey must be in my bag from when I went to the shoebox swap. Because at the shoebox swap, you take all the, I guess we'll call it tools you need to make the cards. So it's still in my bag. I need to get that unpacked. Okay, so then on the designer series paper, and this is part of the poinsettia paper. Now, I think it's still available. I should have checked on that, but really any tree scene, you could also take this tree stamp here and just stamp it a bunch of times, and I believe this is Mossy Meadow, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent, and make your own designer series paper. But I'm going to line this up with this. my designer series paper and lay it on that. Get all those dimensionals on there. Then on the back of this, I'm going to just take some regular tape runner and put this on the front of our card base. And look how pretty already it looks. Let's go ahead and stick the inside in too while we're at it. There we go. It's a cute card so far. Then on the back, now I'm going to bring in some liquid glue. And shoot, I think that's in my bag too. And I'm going to bring in my, oh, and that is in, okay, hold on. I have to get that out of my bag. I don't think I can survive without my silicone mat. Well, I should have grabbed my take a pic tool, but oh well, here we go. So on the corner here, I'm going to just put a dab of glue. And then I want one, I'm going to put it on the front of my antler like this. And I want one going this way and one going the opposite way. So I have a little bit of glue on the front of my antlers. And then I'm going to just lay my deer. And you know, I think that's a little too much, so I'm going to even wipe some off. I don't want it to ooze out all over my card. Now I can't pick up the antler. But we're going to stick that one down there. There we go. Give that glue just a little second to dry after I adjust them just where I want them. Okay, now let's take some more adhesive, and I'm going to just put some adhesive here on the neck and some on his bum. And I'm going to tuck him under there, so he's going to kind of be angled. When I say angled, I mean his bum's going to be stuck to the designer series paper under the branch, and the other part is going to be on top of the branch. Just like that. Okay, go ahead and put our greeting on there. Adhere these two together. And then I'm going to just put some tape runner on the back, because I'm going to tape this or adhere this right here to this part of the trees right here where there's lots of room to just set that down like that. And there you go. Then last and of course not least, I am, whoops, here's all my spare deers. I brought along some rhinestones, or I brought the little brass butterflies. There's another word to that. Brushed brass butterflies. But I'm going to go ahead and put some of the rhinestones on there, and I'm going to just splatter them around. Maybe one there. They say you should do them in a triangle shape, so I think I'm going to do mine just like that. So a little bit of pretty bling on there. Can you see that? Maybe not, but it looks really good live. And then there you go. So there's my card that I did at the Shoebox Swap. And as you see, because everything's cut out for you, my card went together really quickly, which, like I said, most of them at the Shoebox Swap did. So let me show you the other cards that I made while I was there. And first of all, I apologize. These people, or these women, wonderful, fun group to be around, but I only knew a few of them. So I won't even be able to tell you whose card is whose on all of them. This is the first example. I don't know whose card this was, but it opens like this. Yes, I did. I got a little smudge right there. But when I write my greeting on there, I don't think you'll be able to see it. But it's using the tea set in the annual catalog. I wish I could remember. We go ahead and cut the tea out. We cut out the little tea bag topper, I guess you'd call it, and then the fancy fold like that. Look how pretty that card is. So we made that card. And then this is another lady. I don't know who she was, but look how cute her card is. And I believe this is the new stamp set out of the mini catalog. I could be wrong. I should have checked on that one, but look how cute that happy birthday with the bird and the seashells. And we just colored and used a blending brush with the colored pencils for that. And she had all the birds cut out for us, so I'm assuming she used her brother scan and cut to do that. And then these are the new flat pearls, iridescent pearls. I think that's what they were called, but I love those too. Okay, and then there's this one. Let's see if I know. Nope, I don't know this lady either. Look how cute. This is another sneak peek of a stamp set that's in the new mini catalog, which, if you're a customer of mine, I got my catalog yesterday or the day before yesterday. It must have been Saturday. So you should watch yours be coming in the mail pretty soon. And then that's how I stamped the insides. That's a cute card. Okay, well, they're all really nice. Like I said, I really enjoyed myself at the Shoebox Swap, and they're talking about doing it again really soon, which I will be in that Shoebox Swap too. Now, this is Jane Fuller. She's a friend of mine. She's in fact how I got interested, or how I got information about this group. And look how pretty this card is. Is that not beautiful? Using those new floral framelits, or floral bundle. I think the whole thing is called floral, but this one is one you can get right now. You can pre-order this one. You don't have to wait till January to order this. You can find that in the catalog. Okay, then we have this one. Now, I don't know who this one is, but using that really pretty Awash and Beauty, is that what the design? I always get that one and Hues of Happiness mixed up, but look how the designer series paper did all the work. Isn't that pretty? That was a pretty card just because. Yeah, there we go. Love that one. Like I said, I loved them all though. I really had fun. And then this one, now I do know this lady too, and this is Elizabeth Wright. And I just noticed just now that this here is on that white shimmer paper, and this is white shimmer paper. It's really got that shimmer to it. But that's the same, this is the same stamp set that Jane used. There, look how different they turned out though. Different color pattern, different use of the dyes. It's just really nice. Okay, let's go on to the next one. The next one, look how cute this one is. I don't know this lady either, but we just did some coloring with the blends and stamped a little bit down the road here. Look how cute that card is there. Now this is a stamp set I believe in the annual catalog, but love that card too. It's a fun one. And did you read the inside of this one? Growing older is mandatory, growing up is optional. Happy birthday. That's in the annual catalog too, this stamp set. Okay, let's keep going. And then this one is a good friend of mine. Her name is Janet Wiset, and I probably messed up her last name. I'm terrible at her last name. But this is what they call a bay window card. And when you tuck it under here, it stands up like that. Let me get it folded right. But look how cute Janet's card is using the butterfly. I can't remember what that stamp set's called, with the bay window. It's cute, right? She even had all the little butterflies cut out for us, and all we had to do is glue the strips of paper, stamp a little greeting, and there you go. Thank you, Janet. And it was really nice to see Janet again. I hadn't seen her for a while. Now this one, I don't know why, but I remember this lady's name being Ruth, but that's all I can tell you. And look how interesting. She said she cut this square out with the layering square framelits. Now those are now retired, but if you have them, how easy it would be to make a card like this. Although really you could do any shape here that has a shape that's a little bit smaller. And look how cute that card opens up like that. Nice. Thanks, Ruth. It was nice to meet you too, Ruth. Okay, here's another one. This one, I'm sorry, I don't know this lady either, but this is the same stamp set that was used by, let's see if I can find them, here we go, by Jane and by Elizabeth, and look how different that one is too. Lots of stuff you could do with those framelits, the floret dies or floret framelits. Oh, and I forgot, this one folds up like this. Look how cute that card is. I'll do this kind of card again. I know I've done that one in the past, but that way you'll have all the measurements and it'll be fresh. I'll do a card like that again soon. Okay, and then this one, look how pretty this stamp set. Now this, I believe, is a new stamp and die out of the mini catalog, but I should have looked and checked on that one. But look how pretty, using the Bermuda Bay and, oh my, Pole Party. Oh shoot, now I forgot the name of the color. You'll have to help me out. But look how pretty that card is in that stamp set with that flower on there. Pretty, right? Okay, last card that we did yesterday, and this one looks like this. Now this was Ann Lohmeyer. She's the one that hosted the Shoebox Swap yesterday, and this is her card using a new stamp set that even it's really a punch bundle, but we didn't use the punch part of it. But it's got the designer series paper that coordinates with it, and these little blingy things I think are in that part of the suite too. And as you can see, it's a Valentine's Day stamp. So when you get that catalog, be sure and look in there and check that out. So let me see if I can fit them all in here. Try to move stuff over my boxes and away from my shoebox. But I'll get all those cards out there so you can see them one more time. If you ever get a chance to go do a shoebox swap, I wouldn't hesitate. It's very inspiring and gets you going again. It just gives you that taste or that oomph that you need to become inspired to go make something fresh and new. And I don't think they are gonna all fit in here. We made way too many, which is okay by me. The more the merrier. Here we go. Oh, I did. Maybe I got most of them in there. There you go. So there's all the cards from the shoebox swap. It was loads of fun. I believe they said January. I'll have to check with Jane and see when she's going to host or when they're going to have the next shoebox swap. But there you go. And of course, here again, this is my card right there. Alrighty, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you back here Monday, which will be the 26th, the day after Christmas. So to you and your family and all your loved ones, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.